Welcome back to In the Kitchen with Q. You feel that cool air hitting different right now? That smell of fall spices, the promise of get togethers, and if you're anything like me, maybe a little flutter of that holiday stress starting to creep in. Because Thanksgiving is right around the corner. Thanksgiving has been pictured like some picture perfect scene big family tables, piles of food, everybody just beaming. And yeah, that can be beautiful, but for real, let's be honest. For a lot of us, it feels more like a cooking competition than a holiday. The pressure of making a whole feast, hosting everybody and their mama, dealing with all the family dynamics, it can leave you more tired than thankful. But what if I told you there's another way? A pathway to Thanksgiving that's actually about your peace, your gratitude, and some good food without all the extra stress. Today, we're talking about creating your perfect solo Thanksgiving or a real chill, light gathering. Because sometimes the best holiday is the one you make specifically of yours. All right, come on in, sit down. Thanksgiving, just the word, right? For a long time, my Thanksgiving was what you might call a whole production. My grandmom's house, that woman's a cooking legend. It wasn't just dinner, it was a family summit. You had cousins I hadn't seen since my PlayStation 1 days, suddenly all up in my space, asking about my job, who was I dating, my whole life story. Trying to explain podcast host to Auntie May after she had a few sips of that brown juice, man, that's like trying to explain algebra to a goldfish. In the kitchen, my goodness. It was less a place to cook and more organized chaos. I remember one year, my uncle, he's always been obsessed with making the perfect fried turkey. He being there with the meat thermometer that looked like it came from a science lab, just staring at that bird like it held all the secrets of the universe. Meanwhile, you have three aunties going back and forth, strong over whose macaroni and cheese had the real soul, which, always meant who had the most love and butter. My job, usually pass the big spoon, honey, and then duck when things got heated. My plates, oh man, they were always just like this glorious gravity defying mountain of food, for real. A leaning tower of potatoes, a Jenga stack of stuffing, all circled by a perfectly engineered gravy moat. And then you eat it, every last delicious bit. And then you try to move, and you just can't. You're stuck on the couch. You're not thankful. You're just comfortably stuck. The leftovers, they look less like tomorrow's lunch and more like a whole new challenge. And then it just hit me. One year, after making it through another Thanksgiving that felt less like a holiday and more like an eating competition followed by a family interrogation, I just thought, nah, there's got to be a better way. A way to really feel grateful, enjoy some bomb food, and actually, dare I say it, rested and peaceful when it's all over. And that, my friends, is when the real vibe of a solo Thanksgiving or a truly chill, light get together entered my life. It's not about avoiding family, it's about claiming your peace. And trust me, once you get a taste of that holiday calm, you might just find yourself heading back to grandma's house with a clearer game plan and maybe, just maybe, a smaller, more intentional plate. All right, so you've heard about my, let's call them lesson learned. Now let's talk about how we're going to do this smart. If you're riding solo this Thanksgiving or doing a relaxed potluck with just a few close friends, the playbook is completely different. This is all about maximum flavor, minimal stress, and absolutely no post meal food coma. The golden rule here is all about prepping smart and picking your battles. You don't need a whole 20-pound bird. Nah. A beautifully roasted turkey breast or even a couple juicy turkey thighs gives you all the rich, savory flavor without the fuss. It cooks quicker, stays tender, and gives you that perfect proportion for 1 to 4 people. That's a genius move right there. And that cranberry sauce, please don't even think about that can. Making your own takes literally 15 minutes, and you can do it in days ahead of time. And the fresh, vibrant taste is just next level. Here's the move. Grab 1 bag of fresh or frozen cranberries. Add about half a cup of orange juice, a quarter cup of maple syrup, the good kind, and a little pinch of cinnamon. Let it gently bubble until the berries burst and the sauce thickens up. It's bright, it's delicious, and it makes you feel like a kitchen wizard without even breaking a sweat. Stuffing. is another big Thanksgiving deal. Some people call it dressing. Instead of that big old casserole, think about baking a smaller, more personal batch in individual ramekins, like souffle dishes, mini souffle dishes. You get that crispy top that everybody loves, and it's perfect for portion control. And yeah, you can totally assemble it the day before. Just cover it up tight and pop it in the fridge. This is not about cutting corners, it's about making things easy and good. Your goal is to be sipping something nice and feeling grateful, not scrubbing pots all night long. Now, let's talk about those essential dishes, the real stars of your plate. We're not trying to make a million sides here. We're picking like 3 or 4 amazing ones that feel special and just make your meal better, not overwhelming. This is where focusing on quality over quantity really pays off. Think about your mashed potatoes. For a smaller gathering, you can really make them something special. Here's the real talk method. Grab some high starch potatoes like russet, boil them until they're super tender, then drain them really well. Mash them up with a generous knob of butter, a splash of warm heavy cream, maybe a little roasted garlic, and a whisper of fresh chives. Beat them up. They're light and fluffy, not sticky. You can even make these ahead and gently warm them up in a double broiler or slow cooker, and they'll still be super fluffy. And those green beans, let's give them a real glow up. We are moving past that canned soup situation. I want you to grab fresh green beans, blanch them quick until they're bright and they still got the little snap. And then, pro move. Quickly saute them in a hot pan with a drizzle of olive oil, some toasted silver almonds, and delicate, crispy fried shallots. A little sea salt and fresh black pepper. It looks fancy, tastes incredible, and it just makes those green beans sing. The best part about a smaller Thanksgiving is that you really get to focus on making each dish truly exceptional. Instead of just trying to get everything cooked, you're putting together a thoughtful meal, not building a skyscraper of food. You pick out what you love, you make it well, and you just enjoy every single bite, slow and easy. Thanksgiving, deep down, it's about coming together. And whether that's with your close circle of chosen family or just a quiet, peaceful moment with yourself, everybody at that table deserves to feel truly welcomed and nourished. If you're hosting even a light get together, it's good manners to ask about what people can or can't eat ahead of time. With a smaller menu, making sure everyone's good is super easy. For our plant based folks, or if you're doing your own thing and meat isn't on your plate, make sure there's a real hearty, satisfying vegetarian option. Consider this genius idea that bomb stuffing, but made with a rich vegetable broth and all kinds of wild mushrooms baked until it's just golden and crispy. Or perfectly roasted butternut squash stuffed beautifully with wild rice, dried cranberries, pecans, and some good herbs. These aren't just sides, these are main event dishes that everyone will love, and they make sure your vegetarian guest or your vegetarian self feel truly seen and celebrated. And if you find yourself celebrating solo this year, don't even think that's sad. That's actually a beautiful chance for you. You get to cook exactly what you want to eat. You get to set your table just for you. You pick the music, the vibe. It's a powerful act of self care and self love. Make it nothing less than a truly special moment for you. So, with all that good food handled, let's talk about what Thanksgiving is really all about. Because it ain't about how big the turkey is or how many arguments you dodge, it's about gratitude. And you don't need a whole crowd to feel that deep thankfulness. First, set the mood right. Lots of candles, even if it's just you. Dim those bright overhead lights, put on that smooth Sade, chill playlist, make the space feel like your own peaceful sanctuary. It's a ritual, a thoughtful way to honor the moment you're creating. Before you dig deep and take that moment, think about what you're truly grateful for. Big things, small things, whatever. The food on your plate, a roof over your head, the peace in your heart. If you're with others, maybe go around and just have everyone share one simple thing they're thankful for. It's a powerful practice that really shifts from focusing on just the food to truly connecting. And remember, all that chaos I was talking about earlier, that feeling of being pulled in a million different directions, the beauty of a solo or light Thanksgiving is that it feels free, and it frees you from all that. It's about being present, truly present, with your amazing food, with your own thoughts, or with your select few. It's no pressure, just peace. And honestly, my friends, that's probably the best gift you can give yourself this holiday season. Forget what everyone else expects. Lean all the way into what truly nourishes your soul. This Thanksgiving, I'm telling you, you got the power to create a holiday that truly works for you. Whether it's a quiet, delicious meal just for one, or a thoughtful, joyful get together with a few real ones. Remember this truth: gratitude, it hits different when it comes with a big side of peace. You don't need a whole village to be thankful. You just need to connect with what truly matters for real. From my kitchen to yours, I'm wishing you a Thanksgiving full of amazing moments, real connections, and a whole lot of peaceful gratitude. Savor every exquisite bite, cherish every tranquil moment, and always remember that your peace is your number one treasure. Until next time, keep cooking with Q, and may your plate and your spirit be full.